And then now we should all be here. This is the fun part. This is actually where we get to actually place the implants itself. So this is where we should all be. Let me know if any of you guys weren't able to get to this. Perfect. So here we have, like we said, like I said, in the administration, we chose 4, 7, 10, and 13. That's what was chosen in the administration. So this is for 4 implants. So for now, right now, we're gonna set implants. So what you're gonna do is on your option, we'll start with number 4. You have an option that says select implant. Go ahead and press that. And you'll have your implant lines. So some of you may have more than me. Some of you may have less than me, might just have Exocad. I do have Exocad and Eurus on here. When you're using this software, they have every implant company that you will want to use in their libraries, but you need to download them. And so for us, we can go ahead and just use whatever implant company you guys have. If you have Exocad, you have Eurus. If you have more, choose whichever one you want. Go ahead and choose that. So for example, I'll choose Eurus. I'll choose the implant that I want from Eurus, and the chart will come up with all the different sizes, the diameters and lengths of the implants that we're going to be using. So go ahead and just, start off with whatever implant you guys want to use. It's very, very important that you utilize these windows you have on the right side to place the implant. So again, this is going to be for, we're going to set them up with good AP spread, so it doesn't have to necessarily be at number 4 because you chose number 4. But what I do is I actually get rid, on the top left, you'll see this little eye showing our different objects. I get rid of the CT scan because I like to see these lines that represent where I'm looking in these windows. And I use, for example, the middle one that's blue. Again, right clicking when the arrow pops up, just drag to the left, and you'll see that line move, and I'll take it to the point that I want to place this implant, somewhere around there, let's say. And now I'll hover back over with my implant, and I'll left click and place it.
So I'm going to show you guys how to create custom multi-units if you have Exocad. Okay? So once you create those custom multi-units, you can make everything parallel according to the patient's denture. Right? Because again, this is where the bite is. This is where the teeth is. One of the things that people lose, that we see sometimes happen, is that when you start that registration part where you're basically scanning, we lose the patient's bite. Once we lose that patient's bite, yeah, we're kind of screwed, right? So at the end, we bring it all in, we align everything, we make sure that these customs, right, because they're all going to be custom made, or yes, if you wanted to, you can order multi-units from, BioHorizon, from whoever, and then you can get the 17 to 30 degrees, but at least we can kind of get it down to where we want those to be. A lot of the treatment planning softwares, kind of like Co-Diagnostics, right? That it's owned by Straumann. So that allows Straumann to basically put their multi-units into the treatment planning. Nobel, same thing. Other companies, yes. But the only company that basically allows you to customize them is basically the True Abutment workflow. What you're going to do is, you see on this side over here where it says pre-op, you can actually remove all of these things right here, just like that. So remove the model, which is the upper jaw, and also the pre-op. You should have something that looks like this, just like that. On the left side, you're going to see where it says free. I want you to click on that, and then you're going to click where it says smooth. What we're going to do is we're just going to smooth all this out, and we're going to flatten it all the way to the bottom. So you're going to hold down shift and just smooth it, just like this. Okay, it should look like that. Do the same thing to all 4 teeth, and it should look something like this. So now what we're going to do is we need to know that tissue height. So if we're making custom abutments off of this, or we need to know where that bone reduction is, or whatever it is that we need to know how high we want to bring these up. So what we'll do is on the left side, click on where it says jaw scan and just click on it and bring it out. You see how it says 100%? Bring this down a little bit just like that so you can kind of see through. And now what you're going to do is you're going to face this. You can get rid of the minimal thickness if you want to as well. What you're going to do is you're just going to take the add tool and you're going to add in the direction that you're looking at until it goes through that tissue, just like that. You see how I can see it right where the tissue is right there? Just bring it right up to the tissue. Always go back to your home position so that everything is always parallel. Then do the same thing with number 12. Okay? Remember, you can add to the strength if you want this to go a little faster. You can just bring it right up to the tissue. Okay? Do the same thing with number 22. I forgot I'm European right here. Just bring it right up to where that tissue is. Same thing with number 25. It will look something like this. You see where it says attachments? You're going to click on attachments. Okay? Right here where it says libraries, you're going to click on that. You're going to scroll down, and of course you're going to see one that says true abutment. You're going to click on that. Now right here where it says type, basically what we're going to do now is we're going to put the multi-unit cap on top of the All on X. Here, all you have to do normally is, I usually use 2.1. So click on All on T 2.1. You'll see that you have this ball now here. Okay, so two things. Go back to your original position, right there, just like that. Go to your first one, and all you're gonna do is click on it, just like that. Once you click on it, it's gonna turn yellow, okay? Now, because I clicked this button right here, I want everything to be parallel. So I want all my units to sit in one position. So click here first, make it look at you, and then right here on the left side, it says view. Click on view, okay? So again, click this button first, place it, then click on view, and now you just position your first multi-unit.
Very excited to be here today. We're going to show you guys some new technology, new products that came out. And the way Frankie and I teach is, just like he said, we try to keep everything simple, and we want to show things that are somebody that hasn't picked up a composite can just pick up and do. And from then on, whatever you see today, it's just up to your imagination to like how far you guys want to take it. If you guys want to be real creative, that's fine. If not, I'll show you how to just pick up a composite and what you can put it on and go from there. I always keep this disposable brushes, but I always get them different colors just so I can identify what is what, because sometimes I use one for a primer, I use the other one to apply glaze. So just so we don't get mixed up, you can use either one for either one. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this Easy Gum Bond, very, very little. Okay, you do not wanna use any bonding agent. You don't wanna saturate the framework. The thinner you can apply, the better it is, because the thicker you apply any bonding agent and you cure it, it creates a film. You don't want to create that film. All you want is a sticky layer just so the material can bond to it, okay? So, like, I put one drop, and it'll probably be, you see that one drop, it'll probably be enough to cover the whole thing. And put the primer in between the teeth, because you're going to put composite there too. Okay, so look at it. One drop, 1 or 2 drops will cover the whole thing. Okay, so you don't need to put too much. So once I put this primer on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tack cure it for 10 seconds. Okay, once I have it tack cured, you're going to take that strip, peel off one side, put it here, hold it, press it down. What I like to do is, once I'm here, flip it over, take an instrument like this, you have it on your benches, cut the X-axis off, and then peel off the rest of the material. Now I have my strip. Now I can use my finger, keep pushing it with the gloves, and make sure what you're trying to do is cover the root, the marginal area as much as possible. You see how it's exposed here? So I have to kind of push it and cover that. Just like that.
So like the gingival third?
Yeah. But you don't want to go overboard. You don't want to go too much because we're going to clean this off. So the more precise you try to keep it at this area, I would say this is the most part that you have to kind of pay attention to what you're doing. So just push it like that. That's all there is to it.